I'm gonna get back into this and change all this up. I have some flowers I got at the thrift store for $1.99. I'm gonna add into here. Good morning, all my friends. I'm gonna do some, this is part 2 of my refresh out here. I started. I'm gonna take that out. I'm gonna clean all this up, fix this up a little bit more, make it a little more fallish. I transplanted the plant, but I didn't carry it upstairs yet. I was letting all the water drip out of it, so I just set it back on the pedestal. I'll do that in a couple hours or something after she's dripped out. I am going to fix these 2 footstools, maybe add a little more juju in here, and add a few more things in here. Not quite sure what I'm going to do. Oh, I did add this in on my way in the other day. I stopped. I got them for $2 after I got my nails done at the thrift store, so I just stuck them in there. Don't know if I'll leave them there, but they look fine. That fern hasn't done great all summer. But anyways, I'm going to go do my baking, and then I'm going to start, after I get the baking done, well, that'll probably take about an hour and a half. I'm going to, in between, I could probably start working on the treehouse terrace. I need to get that done and closed up. And then I need to finish up here. Well, it's kind of chilly out today. It's like 22 Celsius and overcast. So I think I'm going to bake today. Well, I don't think I am going to bake today. I'm going to make a carrot cake. I'm not going to ice it or anything. I'm going to freeze it. And I'm going to make a cheesecake because I have 3 things of cream cheese that need to be used, but I can freeze that as well. And then I can do any topping I want. I might make a little apple thing up, like a fritter or something. I'm not sure yet what I'm going to do. But I'm going to start with the carrot cake. Now, my carrot cake, I use 6 cups of carrots, 6 to 8, depending. And I only grate by hand because I like the moisture of it. I'm going to start with my carrot cake. I think it takes 6 eggs. It's a double because I make two of them and then I freeze it. Well, you can just make the cake. You don't have to freeze it. But that's what I'm up to today. So right now I have 6 cuts of carrot, maybe a little bit more than that. And I'll show you everything I add to it. Yeah, you do 6 eggs. And it calls for 2 cups of sugar. I do 1 3/4. I do a little bit less. And it calls for 2 cups of oil. I do 1 3/4 of that too. Just beat your 6 eggs and your sugar together. This is my wet mix, and then I'll do my dry mix. My dry mix is 2 2/3 cups of flour, 3 teaspoons of baking soda, 3 teaspoons of baking powder. So after I get this all mixed up, and then I add 3 teaspoons of vanilla to this as well. Okay, now I added 3 teaspoons of vanilla, and I'm just mixing that all into my wet mixture. I'm going to add my oil all into here, and I'm going to blend really well, and then I'll put aside and I'll do my dry ingredients. 4 teaspoons of cinnamon, a half a teaspoon of salt, 3 teaspoons of baking powder, and 3 teaspoons of baking soda. I'm sifting all this into here just so it makes it nice and light. And then I'm going to add my egg mixture into this, and then I'll add my carrots at the very end. It's 2 2/3 cups of flour. Mix that's all been sifted, and just mix it really well. Now I'm going to add in my wet mixture to this, and then my carrots. I make my daughter a carrot cake every time she comes home, but there was just not enough time for the carrot cake. Not that I couldn't have made it, but for her to eat it, I'm saying she had other plans, dinner dates, those sort of things. So I didn't make it. So that's why I'm making it now. And of course I buy cream cheese to make the icing. So I'm going to make a cheesecake with that. And these are all the fresh carrots I'd bought to make her carrot cake, so I'm just using it up. So this is why I'm making all this, but it's going to go into the freezer and be used at a different time. Dinner plan's coming up with some friends, so I can either take a cheesecake, a carrot cake, or whatever else I have. I was thinking of making, I have some dates that need to be used up too. I could make a sticky toffee pudding. We'll see what comes up. So butter tarts, whatever they want, I'll make it. But anyways, I just thought I'd explain why I'm making all this now. But it freezes beautifully, and I can use it at another time. I do use 6 to 8 cups of carrots. This is about 6.5, 7. And then just mix this really well. Get all the carrots incorporated into here and pour into your pans. The oven's on at 350. It usually takes about 50 minutes to an hour to bake, depending on your oven. Test it around 45, 50. Okay, my oven's ready. I'm just gonna insert them in the oven, and I'll see you guys in 50 minutes. Also making a cheesecake. Grain wafer crust. I do 1.5 sleeves to 1/4 cup of melted butter. No sugar. To make my crust first, or I already beated it. I'm just gonna melt the butter for it. And then I have 3 packs of cream cheese in here, 3 eggs, and 3/4 cups of sugar. Not sure what else I need to add, but I'll get to when I get there. 1.5 packs of grain wafer crust. And you know what? You can buy it already done. For some reason, I don't like it. It's like powder. You can use a cookie for this too if you want. I'm going to use the grain wafer because that's what I have. And I melted down 1/4 cup of butter, and I'm going to add it into this and pulse it about 3 times. Put it into my springform pan, and then I'll mix up the cream cheese. I'm going to bake this first before I add the cream cheese for probably 8-10 minutes. I did spray my springform with Pam so that nothing sticks to it. And then I use a glass to push it all around and get it up the sides a little bit because I like it up the sides a bit for the cheesecake. So I'm going to do this now. You just push down really firmly. And you bake this for like 8-10 minutes and let it cool totally before you put your cream cheese mixture in there. And that'll be the next step. I bake this for 8 to 10 minutes before I put my cream cheese filling inside. But the oven's full. I don't have a big oven. I have a 24-inch oven. So I have the 2 carrot cakes in there right now. So I'm going to have to wait. But I can make the mixture while I'm waiting. I've already started. Here I have 3 packs of cream cheese, 3/4 cups of sugar, 3 eggs, 1/4 cup of sour cream, and I'm going to do a teaspoon of white vanilla. Okay, I'm going to mix it again in a little bit. Cakes have about another 10 minutes or so. I'm just getting ready to put them on here, and then I'll put them on a cooling rack and let them cool for probably 2 hours, and then I'll put them in the freezer. I tested them already, but I'm testing them again. They're very brown, and they're not burnt. There's a lot of cinnamon in there, and coming out really clean. So they're perfect. I'm just going to let them cool for about 30 minutes, put them on a rack for about 2 hours, and then I'll put them in some freezer bags. Gonna let the crust cool for about, I don't know, 10-20 minutes probably. And these 2 are cooling already. I'm gonna flip these 2 out really soon. Gonna wait about another half an hour, and then I'll wrap them up. Cheesecake's going in. Cheesecake is out. I'm just gonna let it cool, and then I will put it in the freezer. It's all ready for the freezer, and I dated it, so I'm good. It's looking great, and it's cooled. I'm going to take the spring form off, and I'm going to get it in the freezer. And that's it for that. There you go. Looks amazing. You can pick any topping you want. I'm going to go get some gardening done. Well, it never did rain. The sun came out now, so I'm working outside now. Look at these big, huge pieces of potato. All that's potato in there. Yeah, from the vine, potato vine. One's out now. I just got to sift all the soil for next year. I leave some of it and I add new soil to it is what I usually do. Sorry, there's a potato caught on my knife. So this is very, like the soil's kind of getting very depleted. Well, the soil is depleted, not kind of. Anyways, I leave this over winter, this part, and then I sift through it in the spring. And I keep what I like, and I get rid of what I don't. So, yeah. I recycle some of it, half of it. So I'm trying to get this all done. I got 3 done. Oh, the bees are still enjoying that one. This one, I'm going to do a video. I'll do this in the video so you guys can see me dismantle a piece of it. because I know you guys all want to know how I overwinter them. I have this, and I have 2 buckets downstairs and other pieces elsewhere. So I'll even start with the little one just to show you guys how to do this. This coleus was huge. I'm letting it dry out now. The fruit punch probably would love a drink of water, but I'm just trying to let things die off. She's still got a few flowers. Maybe I'll water her. I don't know. I've got a few of the items down. I got to dismantle this. I got to take everything off there. It's a hot mess. Oh, I have a geranium over here I got to take out. I put all the other swans away, but I'm going to work on this, get it done, because I got to drag this up and down the stairs, and this is very heavy, and I don't want to ruin my new stairs doing this. A lot of people say, oh, can't you take it off the top of the roof? But I tried that once and the bag broke, and that was just more mess than it was worth. So I'm going to do that. I have another bag I'm going to start right here. So I got 2 of those planters in. I made it pretty heavy, but I can carry it down. I can carry this one. So this one's ready to go. And then look at the mess. Yeah. Every year when I'm closing, I think I'm not going to do this the next year. This year I did half of what I usually do, as I tried to cut back. Now it helped a little bit, but these are very big drinkers, like huge, the potato vines, because they don't have enough room is what the problem is. And into the laundry room washed up, and I need to wash these up too, so lots of stuff to still do. And I want to get this closed ASAP so I can start on my stairs that I've talked about all summer. It was too hot to paint the stairs anyways. Of course, I went for a manicure, you know. Why not? I'm gonna dismantle the gardens. You know, I might as well do it with pretty hands, and don't forget I have pretty toes too. You know, it's all good. I had to have it done. It was my time out relaxing. This is my coleus from last year. I have a piece of it somewhere else, or maybe it's a different one. I was wondering if I should save it. I don't think I want a bunch of plants because I want to go away a bit. And it's hard to get people to water your plants. Most people kill them. Well, 90% of the time that happens anyways. So I am going to dig this out. She's still blooming, which is a shame, but it is what it is. I'm going to take all those blooms off and not let her bloom. And I am going to dig her roots out and show you what I do. And I have the big one to do beside me, and she's really blooming. All apart. I got it. I didn't bring it, but I'm going to go get it. I need a bucket of water. I need to wash her roots and clean them off, and then I'll take off most of this too and put it in a bag, and it's that easy. Then I put it in the laundry room where it's dark and a lot colder because it's in the cellar. And I put them all together in one big brown bag. But I'm going to wash this off. Don't tear that root up or anything like that. Wash it. I'll show you after I wash it. I'll get a bucket of water. But it's that easy, and I'll show you what I do with this. Washing the roots off. You don't have to get all the dirt off, but just the big chunks of it. And I really thinned her down. I'll probably thin a couple more out there too. And then you wait for it to dry off, obviously, so it doesn't go moldy. I just lay it on the deck here for a couple hours, and then I put it in a brown paper bag. That's it. That's all. And then when I got them all together, I stick them in a big bag or a box. You can use a box too. I use bags because I hang it, and then it's out of the way. And you just leave it there. And around February, March, take a peek. March, I bring them out, and I plant them in the soil. Buy really good soil, plant them and start watering them. They look like crap. I'll show you what they look like when you bring them out. They pretty much look like that. And I'm not exaggerating. That's a dead one, but that's how they look like they're dead. But they're not. And then they come back to life. Most miracle little plant they are. Just a magical little plant they are. Really they are. It's that easy. Got one bag down, 2 more to go. So I think I'm going to take a little break and do some work out front because that's really heavy carrying this down. It doesn't look that big, but it's about 3 feet and it's full and heavy. I gotta run up and get a rag and clean all this up before I put it away. I threw the fabric out that I used last year on here. I can't find it anywhere. I got my pumpkin out. I got my witch and all that out too. I think it's too early to put her out though, so I might just stash it down here. I got the scarecrow. It's down there. Or I might put the scarecrows in the tree and do the witches later. Use that on this one. I don't need these 2 pillowcases. I was going to use them in the side yard, but I think I'm just going to clean that up, put it to bed, put it to rest for the winter, flip the chairs over and stuff. And I could just cover it with that piece there, I guess. This piece isn't big enough. This is set up for now. I'll have to put the duck covers on sooner than later. And like I said, I will take that out of here. I'm just letting it drip dry for a couple hours because I really soaked the roots and everything. And I think I'm done up here. So I'm gonna go play in the tree. It's a little early to put the Halloween out, but I'm gonna get some of it out, not all of it. And this is a light, so this lights up at night, which is really nice. I like that. A witch, or I have a skeleton, but I think I'm gonna wait on putting him out. Oops, I dropped it. But I'm gonna put the crows out now because I gotta tie them into the tree, and it's easier for me to do that now. And you won't really see them because of the leaves. I tied one onto the chandelier, and I just leave the table pretty bare. I eventually want the 5-foot skeletons you can buy, but they're $70. When I find one for $20 or something, I'll buy it. I'm not spending more than that because I just use it for a couple weeks a year. And I'll leave this bucket somewhere. It's really nice. It's my cousin Patty gave it to me, and it's a Halloween bucket that I put my candy in, but I usually put it up by the front door. But I'm just playing around right now. I'm taking a break from tearing apart the garden, just taking a break from my hands. This is the stuff I like doing, playing, not digging all the time. I love doing this kind of stuff. I love decorating. Got my crows in there. There's 4 little ones. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, 4 little ones and 2 big ones. One's in flight and one's not. For now, that's all I'm doing. This I would put up in the tree too, but I think I'll wait closer to like October or whatever. And my neighbor lady left me her china doll. And I just tried to stake it up and everything. She said it's too much work for her to keep care of it. So, I don't know. I'll probably end up donating it to somebody, but for now, I'll take it upstairs. Loading, I'm washing up all the linens that go outside, getting everything fresh to put away. I'm doing it today, but I am gonna dig this bottom container out. And I know this looks messy, but it's really not. It's an organized mess. I need this for Christmas. I already put that out. I need the wreath for Christmas. And I need pretty much everything that's in the bottom there. So I'll get busy and do that another day. Today's not the day. Okay, I just was playing around for an hour or so when I finished up the front porch and this. I still have lots of stuff to do out here. I can't take the hostas out until they start to turn, but I can take these out, these pots, which I'm going to do in 2 minutes. I'm hoping I can, well, this folds up. I can put that in the laundry room too. Anyways, I'm going to get this all cleaned up. Really nice nasturtium seeds on this one. Look how big they are. There's 3 on each. I'm going to take them off, of course, and I will use them next year out here in the same pot. But there's quite a few of them because I just left it alone, that's why. Anyways, you only need a couple of these anyways to get all this. I think 2 did this whole thing and now it's spent, but I mean, it was beautiful. Look how many flowers it gave me all summer. 2 or 3 seeds would do a whole basket. Not enough seeds, so I'm gonna put this to bed now, and this one here is done too. She still looks good, so I'm gonna leave her for a couple more days. This is Creeping Jenny, which I love, so I'm gonna plant her somewhere here in the garden because I want her to come back. Look how good my ivy did. So good. Amazing. I still have lots of work to do outside, but that's another video, guys, or maybe, I don't know, 2 or 3, or I won't videotape it all, or what. I'm just gonna clean up downstairs here. My linen's in the dryer. I'm gonna dry them. I'm not gonna press them, just gonna put them away for the spring. And I got a few flowers I gotta pull still. And then I have all the hostas to do when they're ready. So the downstairs garden's another couple weeks away. I'm gonna take the geraniums that are here and overwinter them and possibly put a mums in there for a pop of color on the corner. I'm just watering everything. These vines look so good. So did the creeping Jenny. I'm very happy with it. But yeah, I'll pull them when I find the mums that I want. So that's the only one I'm gonna buy for the whole fall because I have this going on and that going on, and I'm happy with all that. So I'm not gonna spend any more money on this stuff. It's very expensive to do it all, right? And I've been blessed to have so many things donated, but I do buy a lot too. So, you know, it becomes a little bit of an addiction, but it's all good. I pulled this one out of the ground and I'm gonna put it up on the porch. And I'm gonna pull this one next, but probably not today. And I got one more pot to clean up down there. Just gonna give everything a water down here. I'm not pulling all this garden yet. Plant stand's pretty cool. It just folds up. You just lift it up and all the legs go in, all into one. So I'll put that inside the cabinet down at the back, which is there. So that's where I'll put that. Speaking of this cabinet, the tenant downstairs was gonna help me, but he had an emergency to go away to the Philippines. So I don't know when he's back, but I gotta clean that up and pull it out of there for the winter. I lost it pretty good. I'm not expecting miracles out of this. It was probably 100 years old and chippy when I got it. And the reason why you wouldn't want it in your house, it had a really bad odor, like a old odor. But it's perfect for out here. I mean, nothing wrong with it out here. Look at my Virginia creeper growing. It's really coming on both sides. It took really well, really well. So I gotta be careful when I take this out not to step on that. My whole cupboard full. Doesn't look like I got a lot done, but I did. So I'm gonna take that one up to the front porch and bring my spider plant in. I potted it in that pot and just give it some juju up there, right? I got another full bag here. So I pulled all this and I pulled the one up top and I have another one up top too. So these are my bags I gotta get out to the curb tomorrow. I'm gonna put this bag of soil away because I don't need it for the winter. I bought a tarp for the little cabinet, the black one. I might just put that on top of the tarp so it stays down for the winter. That'll work for me. Shoveling this out was a lot of work, but I got it. Anyways, I'll stick a couple cute things in there, like a couple pumpkins or something. I have one here. And figure that out. Okay, that's heavy because it's wet. Yeah, it's not the most beautiful fern, but I dug it out of the garden because it's gonna die anyways. Happy with the crow tree, all of them. I'd like it full of crows, but if I find them thrifty, I'll buy them. Well, I'm done for down here for the day. I did a lot. I'm just going to finish up. I might not finish this today. I'll probably finish that tomorrow or something, but it won't be in the video. These I'll leave for, I don't know, another few days until I go buy Mom's, which won't be for a couple days because I got things to do in the house. And I gotta just clean up the yard here. But I'm gonna let the leaves fall a couple more days and then I'll blow it. I gotta put that chair away. I don't have any room for it. But when I put the cabinet away, I'll put it on top for the winter. Deal with it in the spring, I guess. This hose has to be put away. The other one I can leave out. This one's a little more delicate, but I'll do that in a couple weeks. So there's still cleanup to do down here, as you can see. But the hostas aren't all dead yet. So until they die, until there's a frost, there's no point to doing this. And yeah. So I'm gonna go take the stuff out of the dryer, fold it, put it in a bag. I have it in my hand, and go upstairs and finish doing what I was doing up there. I gotta get that done too. Well, she's been transplanted, but boy, is she heavy, and I gotta carry her up the stairs. She's very heavy. She's a big girl. Really big planter. I don't even want to go bigger with that. I cut off some of the roots, transplanted it. Hopefully I didn't hurt her, but she's just getting too big. It's as good as she's gonna get out here for now. I will add a few more Halloween things when it gets closer to that time. Totally out of breath carrying that up. It's heavy. Probably 60 pounds. Not a joke. I should weigh it. I put the China doll beside Bob. You can't even see her, but Bob probably doesn't like it, but I don't know what else to do. Moved her, I put her on the rad for now. The rads aren't on yet, so, but I can't leave it there. Anyways, I got so much stuff to do. Did a lot today though, a real lot. I still got another couple days worth of work for inside and outside for garden stuff, but I'm not going to worry about the one downstairs for another couple weeks, and the one upstairs I'll get it all finished within this week. Well, I decided, because I got busy working downstairs, that I'm going to leave this for another day. You guys seen how I do it. It's dry now. I'm going to put it in a bag. Well, it's not quite dry. It's got to be a little drier than that. I'll leave it in the sun, and then I'll put it, I got a big brown paper bag downstairs. I'll bring the blower up, clean up all this. That's just one big dump. My problem is this year is getting the wisteria over on this side, which is going to be a real struggle for me, but I'm going to have to do it. Sometimes I wish I had another set of hands, but I'll do it somehow. I'll climb over and pull it over. She's really in a huge pot. I can't even put my arms around it. But I decided I'm gonna let this go for another day or two. I just don't have time, is what the way I decided that. This is one big dump. I already dug it all out. I just have to pull it and put it in a bag. So that's easy. This stuff I have to carry downstairs. Her too. Yeah. Just a lot to do in one day when I'm baking and everything else. And I'd rather break it up like this anyways. It makes it a little more enjoyable for me than doing it all at once, right? For me anyways. Doing other stuff, like decorating and stuff. So, and I didn't go thrifting the last few days. I'm trying not to go till I get all this done. I just came in. I'm not making Lori's thing until tomorrow because she's having surgery tomorrow. It's just day surgery for her toe. I don't know exactly what it is. Realignment or something. Anyways, so I'll make that tomorrow morning so it's fresh. So I don't have to do that today. And I was just bragging about having no plants in the house. But I keep her every year and put her on the patio. She did really well this year. She probably won't do that well through the winter, but, you know, she'll live the elephant year. And, of course, my birds of paradise. Small plants I've really came down on a lot. I only have a few, like maybe 5. And then now I'm stuck with another China doll. But I love her, don't get me wrong. They're beautiful plants, but I don't need it. But I have a plant behind here too, Monsteris. I'm going to give that one to Lori, I think. She said she wanted it. I believe it was Lori that said she wanted it. I think it was. I don't think it was Rose. Anyways, and I'm going to give Rose some of these babies off this one. I'll start them in some water. I'll do that a little later on today. Just then I have a coffee, and then I'm going to make a small meatloaf and some carrots because I have 2 carrots left over. And that's what I'm making for my dinner. About a pound of beef in there, an egg, and I use a half a pouch of this onion soup mix. You can buy it by Lipton's, but I just buy the cheap one. I do is a couple splashes of Worcestershire sauce, W sauce, whatever you call it, and mix that all up really good. The big one, I usually do it in a bread pan, but this one's not quite as big enough for that. And I usually just use some ketchup on top, but this time I use ketchup and a little bit of curry ketchup. And the reason why I'm using this one, I have 2. The one with the green lid I love, and this one I don't love. So I thought a good way to use it up. Put it in the oven, and I'm going to do a potato with it. I'm just going to put the potato in too. And I'm going to cut up a couple carrots, and I'll put them in the oven too and just roast them. I'm making it that easy on myself. Done a lot of work today. I'll talk to you guys all when it's all ready and plated, and I'll see you then. Until then, I am going to relax. Well, dinner's ready. I've been working while it was cooking. Got a lot more done. I am going to close this video, though, and I appreciate your time, and I'll see you guys all in the next one. Loves, everybody. Ciao. I enjoyed it. I really, really enjoyed the potato today. I was just feeling something homey. I haven't been eating any carbs really, so maybe that was why. And I had sour cream on it. The carrots were okay, and the meatloaf was good. But I got lots of that left over. I'll have to eat it the next few days. I know I only do a video and it looks like I haven't done much, but I did a lot today, like a lot. And just because, you know, you cut out most of it and it only shows a half an hour of your life, and meanwhile you've been going for 15 hours, but it's all good. See you in the next one, guys. Gonna get out the stairs soon.